So if you've been following my sour beer experiments, you would know that I have 5 gallons of kind of a lambic blend, kind of a goose going, and I tasted it a couple weeks ago and it tasted really good. Maybe not as good as a Cantillon or a Three Fontaine, but I think it tasted better than, for example, Lindemann's Cuvée Rene, maybe Timmermans. It's been a while since I've had it, so I was really impressed with it. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to rack that beer into a secondary, and I'm going to brew a brown ale and pitch it on top of the yeast cake. This is the Dirty Bastard clone recipe on Homebrew Talk. I brewed it a couple months ago and thought it was a really good wheat heavy. This is Founder's Dirty Bastard, by the way, and it's got a really nice rich caramel raisiny flavor to it, so I thought it'd make a really good sour ale, sour brown ale. So we have 15 pounds of Golden Promise, another pound of Golden Promise, so 16 pounds total. That'll bump it up another 0.5 or 5 points. Excuse me. For the gravity, I'll bring it up to 1087. It's a little bit high for that particular clone recipe. Then we've got 1 pound of Special B, 8 ounces of Caravine, 8 ounces of Carapils, 8 ounces of Caramunic, and 4 ounces of Black Patent. I also have my water salts here, which is 16 grams of calcium chloride, 5 grams of baking soda, 5 grams of gypsum, 4 grams of Epsom salt. Here is the Good Goose lambic. You can see the spiral, oak spiral, and cubes in there. Didn't get a pellicle yet. It's only been in there for about a month and a half in this 5-gallon carboy. Took a little sample of it. It's tasting really good. It's racking it over to a secondary. Okay, so I poured or racked the beer to the secondary. That's the yeast cake there. I'm going to pitch the new wort onto, leaving all the oak into there. I can always add oak into the secondary if I need to. I did put some of the yeast cake into this fermenter because I plan on solariing this fermenter. It is dark out. It's night, but I'm racking into the fermenter that my goose was in. This had the trub for 2+ years from the 1 gallon, along with the US-05 that it pitched a month and a half ago, and hopefully that will give it enough activity. We'll see how it goes. Alright, got her in the fermenter. I also got an extra gallon of wort because my propane tank ran out of gas. I wasn't able to boil long enough. And also had a little bit extra volume from the sparge. So I'll probably put dregs of Cantillon Goose 2013 vintage. I have a bottle of that and a bottle of 2013 Rodenbach, and maybe one from the Cascades as well. Let's see if we can get another one of these going. Right, so back to the lambic / goose. Again, what it was 1 gallon of over 2-year-old lambic, soured with Russian River Temptation bottle dregs and Cascade Brewing Sang Royale dregs. And after 2 years, it turned out really good. So I blended it about a month and a half ago. Sort of blended it with 4 gallons of wort. I did not get any activity after a day, so I pitched a packet of US-05 into it. And this is a month and a half later. Oh, smells really good. You get a lot of stone fruits, like the light stone fruits that you get in classic gooses. Apricot. I might get a little bit of a really dry sour apple. Just a hint of funkiness, not a whole lot, which I really like. I do like the fruit aromas, better than the real funky aromas when it comes to lambics and gooses. If you're digging for off flavors, you might get a slight sort of plastic smell. I know that's in there for the taste as well, but it's really hard to pick out. You get some vanilla from the oak tannin as well, where the oak barrels really did well in this beer. Yeah, so cheers. It's really, really good. I'm very happy with it. So it's really sour up front, pretty tart up front. Finish is very dry, coats the mouth just slightly. It does have a slightly heavy body, not as champagne-y as, say, a Cantillon. Maybe a little more body, like I believe Three Fontaines uses have a little more body to them, the younger ones anyway. In the front of the mouth you get a little bit of a spice from the Brettanomyces, a little bit of a spicy funkiness, but the beer is dominated by sour and stone fruit sour flavors. So very nice. I can't wait to bottle it. What I'm going to do is bottle about 2 or 3 gallons of it, and then I'm going to put 2 or 3 gallons of wort back into the fermenter. That's almost like a one-step Solera process. So I got the idea from Basic Brewing. So thank you, James at Basic Brewing, for giving me the idea. He interviewed a guy that was doing a burst sour brown ale in a barrel this way. The difference is that he was first fermenting his wort and then putting it in the barrel. I'm going to try just putting the wort directly into my fermenter and hope that it ferments all the way out. We'll see what happens. That's why I put a little bit of that trub, a little bit of the yeast cake in the secondary where this beer now resides. So that's it, guys. Cheers, and thanks for watching.